Hi, Capricorn. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for July 2019. This month, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Ascendant, and Capricorn Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And at the end of the reading, Capricorn, I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from this bag of gems, and my spirit guides will give you messages and tell you why that gemstone would be the best gemstone for you to work with during the month of July 2019. And when I say work with a stone, I mean meditate with it on your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra. Sleep with it under your pillow, put it in your bra, carry it in your pocket, have it throughout the day to look at. You could get a gemstone beaded bracelet of whatever the stone is, or a pendant or a crystal on a chain. That way it would be with you all the time and it would be beneficial to you. So all that being said, Capricorn, now on to your July 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is a water sign, male or female. This would either be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. If this is somebody that you were seeing in the past and you broke up, I feel you're going to start seeing them again. If it was a friend that you had some distance with, then you're going to start hanging out with them again. So keep that in mind. Mercury is in retrograde from July 7th to August 1st. And a lot of times this means past returns to the present. And I do feel for some of you, that is who the Knight of Cups represents. And you may hear comments from them like, things have changed, I've gone a long way. Like they're going to be trying to like sell themselves or their ideas to you, or convince you things are different with them, or things have changed in their life, or they're not the same person they were before. You may get those kind of comments and messages coming to you from the Knight of Cups. You may be a little perturbed at the Knight of Cups. You may feel like, well, if you needed me so much, or you wanted me in your life so much, why did you shut down the door on me? Or why did you, cast me aside or push me away? You may feel like what they're saying doesn't match up with what they did to you in the past. And they may be going through a spell where like every little thing is bugging them or aggravating them. Now, that could be because of the eclipses in July. That's possible too. Keep in mind, I forgot to mention this, Capricorn, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a water sign, this could also be you, because it could be one of those signs for you. They may feel like they have taken a back seat in some things before, but now I get the energy where I feel like they want to be more upfront and out front with what they think and feel or what they're doing. And they may even be having the energy of like wanting to prove themselves to you or prove themselves to the world. I don't know to who, but for many of you, it's they want to prove themselves to you. Some of you, if this was a person you broke up with the past, I do feel that you're going to have conversations where you're doing reminiscing, and you may very well get back together. This could also be somebody connected to you, Capricorn, that graduated from something recently, or they're moving up the rungs of the ladder in their career or in their life. So you may see that. They could even be a child to you. You have a Five of Pentacles next, and the Five of Pentacles is a card that means depression. It could also be financial bankruptcy, emotional bankruptcy. It could be having to pay attention to your finances. Maybe you're not looking at them closely enough. I feel for some of you, you may feel like your accounts or your money is a little bit disorganized, or in something with accounts or money or accounting is in disarray. You may be worried about putting some money away because some kind of struggle or something you've had to deal with made it difficult for you to stay afloat in the past. So you may be really concerned about making sure you're putting money in an IRA or saving money because I feel like you may have had some financial squeezes in the past and you saw like it created a lot of emotional upset and drama and trauma for you. So I feel like you don't want a repeat of that. And you may even be worried about a family member. You may feel like they need to be careful of their finances, or they may be having some struggle with their finances. But unfortunately, they may be very unbending or unwilling to listen. So you may be getting frustrated with them or deciding, I got to wash my hands of it. I keep directing them and telling them what to do, and they're not listening to it. They're not listening to your advice. So for some of you, this is not you. It's somebody connected to you that's going through some kind of financial disruption or disarray. And yet you're advising them, but they're very controlling or protective about their money, or stubborn or unwilling to listen, or a combination of those things. Some of you may find out that your account has been hacked and there could have been some money that got lost or stolen in some way. This could have happened to a family member, could have done that to you. A significant other could have done it. A child could have done it. But for many of you, it could have literally been a hacker that did it. Or if you went gambling, or your partner went gambling. Because for some of you, I also get the energy of having to build your finances back up all over again from the beginning. So that comes up here too. You got a lot of things, a variety of things coming up off this card. Some of you may have had some financial difficulties and strain with a relation to you or a love partner, and it's pulled you guys apart or put stress and strain on the relationship for some of you. Next card you have here is, you got 2 5s. I didn't even notice that. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. It could be having to stand up for yourself in some manner. Sometimes this means that you may be standing alone in some regard. Sometimes when 5 of Swords shows up, it can also mean that if there's a battle or some kind of altercation, you would win. But 5s usually mean loss of some sort, disruption or loss, sadness, disruption, loss. And you have 2 5s here together. So July may not be the easiest month for you. You may feel like you have 50 million things to do and no one's helping you with it. This could be with a family member that's not well or having problems. Or it could be at your job. Maybe you feel like everybody's dumping everything on your desk and giving you too much work to do and nobody's helping you with it. It could be at home where you're like, man, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing the yard work and the laundry and everything else, and nobody's giving you any help. Somehow, I feel you're going to feel put upon and like other people need to step up to the plate, or that there's too much of an imbalance of how much is expected of you and what you're doing, what you have to do. Some of you are going to have a big surprise in the light at the end of the tunnel where some cash comes to you, possibly unexpectedly, but I feel it would come to you in August or possibly in the very beginning of September. So that'll be interesting for you. And if you've had somebody at your job or a boss, a higher up, a boss or a coworker that's kind of been riding your tail, they're going to get fired. They're going to get let go. They could quit. Some of you, they could quit or retire, but I really hear the words, they'll get fired. So that would be positive for you because I feel like they've been a thorn in your side. Capricorns really hate to be treated shabbily. All signs probably do, but you really do. And I see you looking somebody straight in the eye and telling them, I don't appreciate the way you're treating me or speaking to me. I do feel like you're going to be calling somebody out on their behavior to you. It could be one of your kids. It could be a sibling. It could be a coworker. Could even be if you go into a store and you have somebody that's like really totally rude to you, and you might be like, you know what? I'm a paying customer and you're not going to treat me that way. It's going to be different for all of you in what area that kicks up in. But that is kind of standing up for yourself, really. And, you know, if there's been somebody that's been kind of like an annoyance to you that you suspected wasn't telling you the true story, you're going to find out, like, their lies and untruths are going to be exposed to you this month. Some of you won't happen until August, but many of you it'll be this month. Next card you have here, you have difficult cards this month. I'm sorry, Capricorn, I don't like to see that for you. You have the Nine of Swords next. Now, in this particular card, I take it literally, like your hands are tied or you feel trapped or bound in some way where you can't move. But generally speaking, usually this tarot card to me means sleepless nights, not feeling well, somebody else not feeling well, you're worried about them, migraine headaches. It can also mean grieving the loss of a love relationship, like a breakup, grieving a breakup. Did I say migraine headaches? Sometimes it can mean that. But this particular deck, to me, a lot of times it means your hands are tied, literally like in the card. I really feel like you're going to feel like some people are being real dopes around you in July, and that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to spell things out for you. Do I have to spell things out for you? Do I need to make lists? Like, I feel like people are either scattered or, you know, not paying attention or disorganized, and you're going to be like, I feel like, yeah, some irritation, aggravation, having to make lists and be really directive to people. I feel like that's some of the energy that's going to go on that you're going to have to do in July or early August. You know, if you find out some lies or untruths about somebody, you're going to say, I can't take it anymore, and I'm going to expose you for the fraud that you are. If you have anybody that's doing any kind of fraudulent nonsense, I don't care if they're related to you, working with you, for you, whatever. I feel like anything you see is fraudulent, you're going to take it out, and that you have the power to expose. I feel like you will expose them in July. You may find that you have some mechanical issues and troubles in July where things aren't working right. Your computer, it could be because of Mercury in retrograde, but I get mechanical failures. It could be like if you have a cordless phones in your house, computers, laptops, cars, engines, anything with an engine, lawnmower, cars, watches, even those ones that I don't have one. Fitbit, is that what they're called? Could be that. I don't know, but I get like mechanical failures, engine failures, mechanical breakdowns. That also comes up for some of you this month of July. And I feel like some of you are going to have to take out some paperwork and analyze them. You may be looking for mistakes or bills that were paid that people are saying you didn't pay, or you may be going over tax returns or pay stubs or statements of accounts and something. Like, I get you reviewing some things like that. You have the Moon last, and this is secrecy and deception in romance. It could be secrecy by itself, romance by itself. It could also be something is an illusion that's happening around you right now in July. It could also be something to do with the eclipses. You know, we have a new moon eclipse and a full moon eclipse. It could be to do with the eclipse energy. This could also be your own psychic ability and your own intuition is being heightened and kicking up for you in July. Some of you may feel like you're in a relationship that's not fitting right for you. And your eye may start to wander in July. You may start looking elsewhere. or your partner may be doing it, one or the other. Not all of you, because it is a general reading. And keep in mind, Capricorn, as I always say, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign if these messages are not making sense to you this month, because people write me all the time and say, thank you for telling us that and reminding us that, because then when I go listen to my rising sign, all the messages make sense there. So keep in mind, not all these messages may make sense to you. Sometimes listening to a combination of your rising sign and your sun sign are really going to be on point. You're going to feel like the vibration is off, the energy is off. I feel like between you and your partner, or just in general, you may feel like, man, life just feels off. Things don't feel like they're like energetically, they feel weird. Like you may feel like the frequencies of people and the earth and the planet and people you work with or people you hang around with, you may feel like the vibes are all weird and wonky. You may really want to talk to somebody that's a water sign person, possibly a Scorpio, that could help you figure out, like, I feel like you need to brainstorm with them, or like, tell them your deepest, darkest fears or what you're worried about or concerned about, and let them know so they could be like a sounding board for you, or give you some kind of like friendship or counsel or advice. So water sign people will be very good for you this month to commiserate with and to talk to. And you did have a water sign person right here at the beginning of your reading. Your dreams are going to be really, really active. You're going to have precognitive dreams. Hopefully you can remember your dreams, so make sure you write them down, any dreams you have, because I feel like you're actually getting very important and valuable messages in your dreams. But I am picking up precognition. So you could have some dreams that are foretelling the future or giving you answers or solutions to problems that you have in your life. Some of you will have a new romance budding in July, but it may take a while to take off. You may meet them, you may get interested in them or start talking to them, but it may not take off in July, which is probably better for you, because with the eclipses and with Mercury in retrograde, it's better that it takes off at a later date, because you can't put a lot of faith and trust in love and new relationships when those energies are going on. So now I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you, Capricorn, from this bag of gems. There's like 21 gemstones in here, and we'll see what's the best gemstone for you to work with in the month of July 2019. So Spirit Guides, show me the best gemstone for Capricorn, people born under the sign of Capricorn, to work with, wear, sleep with, and wear as a bracelet, necklace, sleep with under their pillow for Capricorns in July 2019. Capricorn, July 2019. Oh, you have chrysocolla. Chrysocolla. It's a nice turquoisey looking stone. It's going to increase your visibility. When you want people to see you and take notice of you and recognize you, it is going to increase that. It's also going to brighten your aura and make you, like when you want to stand out in a crowd or get noticed or get attention or get, picked at a audition or a job interview, you want to stand out against other people, or, you go to a singles club and there's a lot of singles there and you want to stand out over the other singles, like chrysocolla will really help you. It's also going to amp up your own personal motivation and motivation to do things, especially in writing. If you want to write anything down, whether it's work or a blog or a book or posts on the internet or whatever, it's going to be not just for writing, but it is going to be motivating for you, a motivating stone. It's also a stone that's going to be helpful for you if you need to communicate with the divine source. So when you're praying or just having out and out conversations with the universe, with God, however some people say they're the same, it's going to help you with that. It's going to enhance your spirit, your communication to spirit. if there's any secrets that you need to keep for other people or your own secrets, it's also going to help you keep the lid on things, keep things secret, or things that you don't want to be released or out in the public, or whatever. It's going to help you like keep some things under wraps. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from me and my spirit guides that you won't see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my two businesses' Facebook pages, The Lucky Mermaid LLC and The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on my Instagram account at TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. In all of those places, I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, look into my crystal, give you psychic predictions and messages. Sometimes they're for the day, but usually they're for a week, a couple weeks, or even a month ahead. So hope to see you over there on my social media and interact with you over there. I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're interested in getting any of the special videos I've recorded, such as, first off, if you want to get a continuation of this reading where I continue on and look into my crystal for your sign for the month of July 2019, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for these psychic crystal readings for July 2019 for download and purchase. Also, Saturn and Pluto retrograde is still going on, and I did psychic tarot and oracle card readings where I pulled 4 tarot cards and 1 oracle card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And the Saturn is retrograde from April 29th through September 18th. And Pluto is retrograde from April 24th until October 3rd. So those predictions and messages are going to cover that time period in those videos. Also, don't forget there's other planetary things going on as well. Jupiter is retrograde, started on April 10th and lasts until August 11th. And I did a psychic tarot and crystal readings for that transit, where I used 2 cards from the Jane Lyle Renaissance Tarot deck and looked into my crystal. Also, don't forget, every year I always do my mid-year psychic tarot update, where I pulled 5 cards for your sign, for each of your signs, and I look into what is going to transpire from June 2019 through to the end of the year, end of December 2019, and those videos are also on Vimeo as well. All the video series are available by clicking on the links below, and they'll take you to those videos on Vimeo. And if you want to just click exactly on your sign and go directly to your sign, you can do that by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I have listed that I've done. There's over 1,300 videos I've recorded on Vimeo with all my spirit guides, psychic predictions, and messages for all your signs in a variety of topics. I started that in August of 2015, and I'm still continuing on. So what you would do is you just go to the heading of the video series you want. You click on your sign under that video series, and it's going to take you directly to Vimeo to that video for download and purchase. So I hope you'll find something there that'll give you more insight and information and be helpful to you as you travel through all these energies that we have always going on around us. So I hope you have an absolutely spectacular month of July, Capricorn, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.